go ahead and check out my affiliate links in the description below to TubeBuddy and vidIQ to sign up for free today. They are great tools for you to use to share your video and grow your channel. Go click on the affiliate links in the description now to sign up for free. Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Now today guys, I'm going to be bringing you today a tips video on who you should pick in the new third inning program. Now if you don't know guys, San Diego Studios did do a Twitch stream last night going over essentially, they went over the new Tops Now moments, they went over new headliners, but most importantly, the top of the list was they introduced a new third inning program. So, as you can see guys, I have missions on the left. You obviously have your win your 10 games, third inning conquest challenge, you have your vouchers, then you also have brand new moments challenges. So, if we do take a look here, there is some gold players, and there is also some diamond players. But, this is where it gets good. Because we have ourselves 3 99 overall Diamond Signature Series players. So I'm going to be telling you guys who you should select in each level of the third inning program. So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that you should do here is the gold round. So in the gold round, you do have an 84 Marco Estrada. Here are the stats on the screen. He's kind of trash. Even though he has 5 pitches, hit per 9 is too low, home runs per 9 is way too low. I would not pick him. Next guy is Justin Smoak. Justin Smoak is very interesting because he is a switch-hitting first baseman. I think that if you really want to pick him up, if you really need a guy off your bench or just something off your bench, as you can see, his quirks are pretty good too. I'd go ahead, I'd pick him up, but honestly, if I'm being honest here, I would wait until he is, I would personally wait until he's buyable on the auction house in order to buy him. Next guy is Hunter Strickland. In my opinion, this one's very, very interesting because he throws absolute cheddar. But that home run per 9 is only a 70 for a reliever. He is a righty reliever. He has 4 pitches, which is insane. He has a 9 speed differential based on the repertoire that I'm seeing in the top right corner. He has a 9 speed differential on his 4-seam and his changeup. Also, his 2-seam has 96. So what do I think? Personally, I think that if you want to, you can buy this. You could go ahead and pick this card. But you know what? It's kind of a mixed bag for me. Next guy is going to be Michael Taylor. This card, I think you should not be touching. The reason why is because his hitting stats are way too low for me. However, he does have good speed and fielding, so maybe he will be good as a defensive substitution, but not good as a, pure hitter. Maybe against lefties, but against righties, he does struggle in that department. Final guy is going to be Tony Watson. So Tony Watson is a very interesting one as well. He is a lefty batter. He does have very good per 9s. He throws absolute cheddar. He has a sinker, 4-seam fastball, changeup, and a slider. His changeup hits 87 miles an hour, so his 4-seam and changeup, they vary around an 8-speed differential based on the repertoire in the top right corner. And also his slider comes in at 83, so it'll be a good, kind of fourth option here to kind of throw batters off. Personally, out of these 4 players, I would pick as my top 3. I'd go, number 1 would be Tony Watson, because lefty relievers are a dime a dozen, and Tony Watson's a great player. My number 2 would be Strickland, and my number 3 would be Justin Smoak. The reason why is because I think Taylor's good as a defensive substitution, but not good as somebody who you should be starting. And then also Marco Estrada, I feel personally, is just, he's too low of a pitcher. His per 9s are too low. The ones that matter are way too low. So personally, my top 3 are Watson 1, Strickland 2, Smoak 3. So moving on now, we have the diamond players. So you have 1 of 4 diamond players. So you have Brandon Morrow, relief pitcher. This guy does look very, very good. The only issue is he has only 3 pitches, but his 4-seam can hit 98 on the gun. He doesn't have a changeup though, which is a problem. But he does have a slider, and it's around a 9-speed differential. So if you take a look at his quirks, he is loaded because he's got a lot of quirks as well. His per 9s are insane. Really, the ones that matter are hit in home run per 9s. They're really, really high in the mid to high 90s. Then also his control's an 81, and his velocity is a 92. So overall, this is a pretty good card. Next card is Zach Cozart. Now, this card's good as well because this is a diamond shortstop. And if you take a look here, let's just take a look at the market for, shortstops of his caliber. I didn't mean to go into that. But if you take a look at shortstops that are, his caliber, if we go to shortstop, I think you can see, diamond shortstops. You got Andrelton Simmons, who just got a diamond card. He's meh, but he's not really someone you'd want to look for unless you, want that all diamond team. You got Javier Baez, who, he is $40K. That's a very, very steep price to pay. Then also, you have Barry Larkin, who is okay, but he has really no power. But other than that, he's really good. You got Lindor. He's $70K. I don't think you want to buy somebody for $70K. Next guy's going to be Cal Ripken. Cal Ripken is a good contact hitter, great vision, good fielding, but problem is that he doesn't have a lot of speed, and also he doesn't have a lot of power. Robin Yount, he's okay in the contact department, doesn't have a lot of speed, doesn't have a lot of power. You got Tim Anderson, $50K. You got Fernando Tatis, who I personally have, he's $50K. Then you got Ernie Banks, who's $80. Then you got Michael Young, who's almost $200K. So, really, the only guy you can get for around Cozart's price range, the guys you can get are Andrelton Simmons, Barry Larkin, Cal Ripken, and Robin Yount. So, what do I think here? I think that this is a very, very good card. He's very well-rounded. He has good contact, good power, and he doesn't lack in the fielding department as well. The only thing is he doesn't have a lot of speed. The only big speed guy is Barry Larkin, but his power is, severely lacking. So, I think that this could be a top option for guys who need a shortstop on the cheap as well. I think that this would be a very, very good option. I think Cozart would be a very good option at shortstop, and that's what I think. So, we're going to move on, though. So, next, we're going to be going to the next players. This one is David Price. This is very interesting as well, because David Price is a good lefty. So, his stats, he has his hit and home run per 9 are in the mid to high 70s, which is not really the best that you want out of a pitcher, but it's definitely above average. It's not above average, it's definitely good. It's good, Then also, good control, good velocity, great break. He's a lefty pitcher with 5 pitches, 2-seam, cutter, 4-seam, changeup, knuckle curve. Pretty simple. On his 4-seam fastball and his changeup, it's a 12 speed differential. That's massive right there. That's really, really good for a pitcher because you want that big speed differential. So if I'm honest here, he could be a top option. I'm not going to lie. He could be a top option because, in my opinion, I think that David Price, there aren't really a lot of lefty pitchers out there. They're like a dime a dozen. So this could not be a bad option if you want to go ahead and take David Price. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. Final guy is going to be Reggie Jackson. This guy was in MLB The Show 17 as the Conquest Award. So his contact is pretty good. His power is pretty good. His vision is okay. I mean, it's almost a 70. So his discipline is good, clutch is good, but that doesn't really matter. Fielding is the only thing where I kind of get a little leery with this card, and also his speed. But if we take a look here, he has Bomber, Walker, Pressure Cooker, and Unbreakable. So what I'm looking at this card, power is going to be his major focus. 79 and 77 power, that's above the 75 range, which is almost at that 100 stat. Like, it's in the middle. It's in the middle, or it's just above 75. So this card could be really good, especially the fact that he's a lefty as well really contributes into my thinking here. He is a lefty bat, which you don't really get a lot of lefty bats. So what do we think? This Reggie Jackson could be a solid card, because right now, if we take a look at my outfielders. So right now, my outfielders, I have 2 lefties in a switch. I have Ken Griffey in center. I have Ichiro in right, and I have Ben Zobrist in left. So honestly, when I'm really looking at it, I think personally your best option. Honestly, I could take the Reggie Jackson, and I could play him in right field, move Ichiro to center, and that's basically it. I could take him. I could, realistically take him. So what do I think here for my top 3? This is much harder than the Gold Division, because the Gold Division, it was much more obvious, but I'd say, personally, my number 1, I'd have to go with Reggie Jackson. My number 2 would be David Price. My number 3 would be Brandon Morrow, but it's basically tied between him and Zach Cozart, so that's pretty much it. But my top 2 is Reggie Jackson and David Price. Those are my top 2 guys right there. And then finally, we come to the 1 out of 3 boss players. So we got Roberto Alomar, Justin Verlander, Ricky Henderson. So, Roberto Alomar, he has great contact. Absolutely amazing contact. He also has pretty good power. And honestly, he's a complete 5-tool player. His speed is really good. He's a switch hitter at second base, mind you. And overall, I have Joe Morgan playing that position now. But if you are looking for a second baseman, this could be a great option. Next guy's going to be Justin Verlander. Hit and home run per 9 are really high. Velocity's great. Control's great. Break is great. He's got 5 pitches. His circle chain's going to 84, a 14 speed differential, basing, judging on the pitch repertoire on the top right. Pretty good card. Then you also have Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson, he's very, very good. Contact is exceptional. His power is actually very, very good for a player his caliber. Vision, outstanding. Fielding and arm strength, fielding, outstanding. His speed, it's outstanding. So, what do I think about this? This card, I believe, is the go-to. Reason why is because look at the freaking stats on this guy. Look at the stats that you have on this Ricky Henderson. He's just insane. He is literally insane. He's so good. I can't get over it. He's incredibly good. He excels in everything. However, I think that Alomar and Verlander are good options. I just would personally pick Ricky Henderson. So pretty much, guys, that's going to be my opinions. Leave it down in the comments who you think I should, or who would you choose out of the players that I did show. Please leave it down in the comments. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like, smash 5 likes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my most recent video on the left side of the screen, and also subscribe on the right. Go down in my description, click on my affiliate links to TubeBuddy and VetIQ, and also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.